A quiet truth follows many empaths through life, and most people never notice it. The people who care the most often suffer the most. The people who understand others deeply are often the ones struggling to understand why life keeps testing them. While others seem to move through life with clear direction, many empaths spend years feeling lost, overwhelmed, and emotionally exhausted. They carry burdens that do not belong to them. They absorb pain they never created. They give chances when they should walk away. And for a long time, it can feel as though life is punishing them for being kind. Yet hidden beneath struggle is a reality that few people talk about. The hardships empaths face are often connected to the very purpose they are meant to discover. The heartbreaks, the betrayals, the disappointments, and the moments that nearly break them are not always random events. In many cases, they become the lessons that shape who they are meant to become. Most people believe purpose arrives as a clear calling. They expect clarity, confidence, and certainty. But for many empaths, purpose arrives through a very different path. It comes through challenges. It comes through loss. It comes through painful experiences that force them to grow in ways they never expected. Before they discover their strength, they often experience weakness. Before they discover their worth, they often endure rejection. Before they understand their gift, they often see it as a curse. This creates a question that deserves a deeper answer. Why does life seem harder for empaths? Why do so many of them feel as though they are constantly walking through emotional storms while others appear untouched? And why do countless empaths only begin to understand their purpose after surviving some of the darkest chapters of their lives? In this video, we are going to explore the hidden journey many empaths experience. You will learn why empathy is far more than simply being emotional. You will discover how deep sensitivity affects the way empaths experience relationships, challenges, and personal growth. We will uncover why empaths often attract difficult lessons, why emotional pain becomes one of their greatest teachers, and why the struggles they face may be preparing them for a purpose larger than they realize. We will also reveal a powerful truth that many people overlook. The very experiences that once made an empath feel broken can eventually become the source of their greatest strength. As this journey unfolds, each piece of the puzzle will begin to connect. And by the end of this video, you may see empathy, suffering, and purpose from an entirely different perspective. Some of the most important insights are waiting near the end, where we will uncover why many empaths discover that the path they spent years resisting was actually leading them toward their purpose all along. So stay with us until the very end. If you have ever felt different, misunderstood, or burdened by the depth of your emotions, this message may explain more than you expect. Welcome to the channel. If you enjoy content that explores human behavior, emotional intelligence, personal growth, and the hidden psychology behind life's biggest challenges, make sure to subscribe and join our community. Now let's begin. For many empaths, the journey does not begin with understanding. It begins with confusion. Long before they learn the value of their sensitivity, they experience the weight of it. As children, many empaths sense things that other people seem to miss completely. They walk into a room and immediately feel tension, even when nobody says a word. They notice changes in tone, facial expressions, and energy that others ignore. They can often tell when someone is hurt, angry, worried, or sad before that person admits it. At first, this may seem like a gift, but without understanding what is happening, it often feels more like a burden. A child who constantly absorbs emotions from the people around them may grow up believing there is something wrong with them. They may wonder why crowded places feel exhausting. They may question why they become overwhelmed by conflict while others move on easily. They may feel emotions so deeply that they struggle to separate their own feelings from the feelings of everyone around them. This heightened sensitivity creates challenges that many people never see. While others are focused on what is happening on the surface, empaths are often reacting to what is happening underneath. They pick up on hidden frustrations, silent disappointments, and unspoken fears. Because of this, they often become emotional caretakers at a very young age. They learn to monitor the moods of parents, friends, and family members. They become experts at keeping the peace. They learn how to make others comfortable. They learn how to anticipate emotional needs before those needs are even expressed. What begins as sensitivity slowly turns into responsibility. And over time, many empaths start carrying emotional burdens that were never theirs to carry. The difficult part is that most people do not understand this experience. Friends may tell them they are too sensitive. Family members may encourage them to toughen up. Society often rewards emotional detachment while treating deep sensitivity as weakness. As a result, many empaths spend years hiding important parts of themselves. They suppress their feelings. They ignore their intuition. They pretend not to care as much as they actually do. But hiding sensitivity does not make it disappear. It simply creates a growing sense of isolation. They begin feeling different from everyone around them. They wonder why life seems more intense for them than it does for others. They may even start believing that their empathy is the reason they struggle. This is one of the greatest misunderstandings many empaths face. The qualities that eventually become their greatest strengths often appear to be weaknesses in the beginning. Their ability to understand others feels like emotional exhaustion. Their compassion feels like vulnerability. Their intuition feels like overthinking. Their sensitivity feels like a flaw. Yet what they do not realize is that these same qualities are quietly preparing them for lessons that will shape the rest of their lives. As empaths move through adolescence and adulthood, another pattern often begins to appear. Because they naturally focus on the emotions and needs of others, they develop a habit of seeing potential where others see problems. They look beyond mistakes. They look beyond unhealthy behavior. They look beyond emotional walls. When most people walk away from someone difficult, the empath often stays. They notice the pain behind the behavior. They see the wounded child behind the angry adult. They see possibilities that others overlook. This ability to recognize potential is beautiful, but it can also become dangerous when it is not balanced with wisdom. Many empaths develop a belief that love means understanding everyone. They believe compassion means endless patience. They believe kindness means always giving another chance. Because of this, they often find themselves trapped in one-sided relationships. They give more than they receive. They listen more than they are heard. They support more than they are supported. Their generosity becomes automatic. Their willingness to help becomes expected. Their desire to heal others becomes part of their identity. Over time, this creates a painful cycle. The empath continues giving because helping others feels natural. Yet the people around them may become comfortable taking without giving back. Some individuals intentionally take advantage of this kindness. Others do so without even realizing it. Either way, the result is often the same. The empath slowly becomes drained. They invest enormous emotional energy into relationships that offer very little in return. They spend years trying to fix situations they did not create. They take responsibility for problems that belong to other people. One of the reasons this happens is because boundaries do not always come naturally to empaths. Their focus on understanding others sometimes prevents them from protecting themselves. When someone behaves poorly, the empath often asks why. When someone causes pain, the empath searches for the hidden reason behind the behavior. While this ability to understand others is valuable, it can also lead them to tolerate situations they should leave behind. Compassion begins replacing self-protection. Understanding begins replacing accountability. People-pleasing often becomes another hidden challenge. Many empaths fear disappointing others. They fear conflict. They fear being misunderstood. As a result, they say yes when they want to say no. They ignore their own needs to keep others happy. They sacrifice their own peace to avoid upsetting